from Ukraine, and I'm really great to be here on a Macedonian conference for the second time. It's a really Macedonian conference, and it's a really honor for me and for our company. Topic of my little speech, as you mentioned before, will be tools of 21st century scientists. We will talk a little about how we can improve our scientific being. I don't know how to explain. First thing we must admit is that we are in a unique situation and we must behave accordingly. Meaning that previous approaches to science don't work the same way now, and there are new approaches which we should implement to our scientific work. And today we will talk about that. For you to understand why do I have a credibility to even talk about that, I will tell a little where I am from. I work for scientific publication company. You can see its goals, not goals, but achievements on the screen right now. And in few words, we help scientists all around the world to publish, to edit and publish their scientific articles. But I will not talk a lot about here now. Maybe I will mention a little later if I will have a time. But now we will go on. So we live, as I said, we live in a world where it's no longer possible to use all approaches to science. Right now, we have a digitalization era, right? So we have many platforms and databases that a scientist has to work with. And I should underline the word has to. It's not even a choice. If scientists want to be a part of science today, he or she hasn't really got a choice but to understand scientific scale of today. And unfortunately, not all scientists of the past generations are trained to exist in such a world. And I hope that today, in the next 10 minutes, I will give a little tips to you how to recognize yourself in the time we're living in. And we will also discuss what can all of us do today to improve your scientific image. By the way, our company, as I said before, can help you to get published in almost everywhere you see on that slide. I will okay. Time. I remember about time, and we also provide services for organizing your profiles on various databases. However, you can do it yourself. Right now, you see a screenshot of a scientific profile in Google Scholar. And Google Scholar, I guess, is a perfect example of a scientific appearance of a scientist, right? And search for that. And now we see that interface, and it's worth saying that a detailed guide on how to do it, how to create your profile, and how to fulfill it. If you haven't, I'm sorry, got it yet, you can check it out on our YouTube channel, Scientific Publication Google Scholar. If you will just type it down, you will see a video of how to organize your profile here. If you have got one, I'm sure you should start checking it out. In few words, how can a scientist know that he or she is on a right way to amplify its career? There are 4 basic steps, and check yourself. First step is to publish your articles in international databases such as Scopus or Web of Science. Second step is to also publish articles, but in journals of an local, regional level. Almost every country has a list of journals that Education and Science, the Ministry of Education and Science recommends, and to publish there is also a must-have. Third step is to take part in internship, and for sure it's better if they are an international level one. By the way, we make internships too, if you want, but we can help you with that. And the first participation in conferences and webinars as we do now. So we are already on the right path, that's for sure. Also one important thing for 21st century scientists is so-called digital identifiers. There are many of them, for example, Scopus identifier, researcher ID for Web of Science, and more and more and more. And 5 main reasons for you to have them are here. It's even better to say again that 5 main reasons for a modern day scientist to have them. They are the following. The first one is the rapid identification of you in a global scientific community. If you have your profiles identifiers, there will not be any mistakes with the next steps. For example, fixing errors. If any error will appear there, you can fix it because you can see it. And modern day scientific fields give you also opportunities to actually monitor everything that happened to your profile with your citations, etc. That's why it's a great idea to have one. Next one, increasing international visibility. It's also a great step because, as we know, to have a publication is the best, right? But it's not, unfortunately, it's not everything. I will talk about that in a minute. Next step is identifiers are also great for formatting of your researcher series. If you want to change the working place or want to apply to some grants, they will help. Yes, and convenience in tracking your scientific indicators are here too because they are online. So-called, if something changes, you can see it right now. Without digital identifiers, with them, the world will know about you. The world may know about you, but without them, there isn't actually a chance for you to be known or and for your work to be recognized. So digital identifiers is a must-have thing for a modern day scientist. I think I've got about 8 minutes left, right? Hope so. We're in the middle of the way. The indicators of each specific scientist can raise the indicators of the university where this person works. I'm sure you know that. And there are several world rankings, and they are calculated according to different criteria. Among those criteria are citation of scientific publications by representatives of the university, research influence of it, and other. In being visible in rankings, let me say, if the university is visible there, it can count on increased fundings and credibility, and it positively reflects on the global image of the university and its graduates. One of the largest international rankings nowadays is a national age index rank. As you guess, yeah, it's a ranking based on age index, maybe the main indicator, yeah, of modern day scientists. And now it's a great announcement. Actually, this ranking is in Macedonia. And I guess it's great because not only it gives you a rank of your universities, but it also provides a rank of scientists in your country. Actually, it's very easy to Google. Just Macedonian age index. You can Google that and you will see the list by yourself, and great activity is to find yourself in it and to compare your position in your country ranking among your colleagues, for example, of France. And now the main, I guess, the most important, at least part of my speech, the thing I want to underline the most, and I guess I have about 4 minutes more and I will finish. I really practiced to fit. So, however, you also need to know how to work with social media because it's impossible to imagine a modern day scientist who has got an international success in science and who is not on social media. Maybe there are exceptions, but the rule is that social media is the tool that can help you the most. How? It's a great question. In a simple we we prepared a simple two-step process implementing which you can increase your citations. So what's those 2 steps, right? 2 steps, and it's the main, I guess, part of my today's presentation. And those 2 steps are: step 1, it's best when you make posts on, for example, your Facebook or other social media, not only when you publish an article, but also while the article is still in development. So, so-called review posts is a really great idea. For example, in a literature business, a book publisher often asks the author to make 100 publications in half a year until the book is published. You should do the same, actually, and the more the better. The goal is that by the time your article is published, as many people as possible already know about it. Oh my God, I'm sorry. But it's true, right? As we say it here, if I did that, it means the information is true. So, a few more minutes I need. The goal is that by the time your article is published, as many people as possible already know about it, already are interested about it and expect it. And what if there is no one to inform, actually? Because the network of your contacts in Facebook is empty and not developed. What to do then? And here we go to step 2. Step 2 will help, and we call it adding 2 cents to the conversation strategy. What is it about? In short form, you should find, for example, Facebook, but it actually can be also Twitter, also Instagram, wherever you're comfortable. So in short, you should find Facebook pages of journals on your topic. Also, find other scientists who write about your topic. And what is the secret here? Under the publication on those pages, in the comment section, discussions often takes place. And you, from the point of expertise, should add your 2 cents there. It shouldn't just be a heart emoji or smile emoji, but a meaningful opinion from a professional that supports or attacks someone's argument in comments. And you should do it wherever you can and as often as possible. The idea is if people see a few expert comments from you, they'll move on to see who you are. They will go to your page. And going back to step one, right? If you make posts about your research there, they will subscribe to you. And it's maybe the simplest actually strategy, two-step strategy. And the logic, you see the logic here, yeah, I hope. For sure, if you will start doing it today, it doesn't mean that today your citation rate of your articles will fly to the moon. No, but one more minute, okay? Thank you. But in a long enough period of time, the one who does those two-step program will be much higher than the one who don't. And that's maybe the message I'm here to tell you. On the screen, you see main advantages of using social media for your scientific purposes. And one more thing I want to add, I will not count each one of them, but few things I would like to mention. For example, I don't know, I don't know, my eyes, okay, articles metadata. I will just talk about that and we'll finish. Articles metadata are the correct title of it, abstract and keywords. You must know, you must learn how to write them right because it also has potential to increase your citation because if that is the things that people Google on their computers, and if that will be relevant to your title of the article, it will be shown and it will be cited. So the message here is that there are several ways how scientists can develop himself in a modern digitalized era. And main messages, don't give up. Don't think it's only for use because we are smarter person. And
Thank
we are
you. Thank you, Kolomiiets.
yeah, thank you. Thank you.